Hello, what's up, and what's happening? Season number 4 off-season is underway. Gonna check out the stats from last season. Kevin Fisher, he is moving on. He is a senior. It's going to be between Valentine Matthews, and we do have a redshirt junior who's on the squad who will be a senior for season 4, who might give these guys some competition. So we don't know who our starting quarterback is going to be. Before this season, 34 touchdowns, 13 interceptions for Kevin Fisher. John Harper, he led the way with 1,463 yards rushing, 17 TDs. And then Stephon Thomas with 11 TDs on just 78 carries. Deshaun Jackson, 9 rushing touchdowns on 22 carries for 210. That's like Deebo Samuel type of numbers from a couple seasons ago, where every time you gave him the ball in the backfield, he was scoring a touchdown. Ridiculous. He also chipped in with 98 receptions. That's, I believe, 4 came from the bowl game that we just had. Jacobs had a phenomenal year. Both of those guys turned into impact players. Jackson was one from the start of the season. Jacobs, halfway through the season, became an impact player, and we flourished with those two guys. They absolutely balled out. Remind me of Ted Ginn, Santonio Holmes in this game for Ohio State. So yeah, it was very, very fun using those two guys, throwing the ball to those two guys, and hopefully we can replicate that next season. David Kane, 13 sacks. Yo, those sack numbers are some of the best in the Pac-10, but we're going to see if he's first team or second team Pac-10. Obviously, we got Chris Jones. He won the Chuck Bednarik Best Defensive Player of the Year award, but he did not win Linebacker of the Year, which is kind of surprising. But Fisher, for his career, 7,100 yards, exactly 64 touchdowns. Jackson, 194 receptions, 4,121 yards, 44 touchdown receptions, absolutely filthy. Jacobs with 23 receiving touchdowns. Parks, going into his junior year, has 10 touchdowns for his career so far, over 1,100 yards receiving. And then Chris Jones finishes with 174 tackles, 17 sacks, 8 interceptions. Ramirez, our cornerback, he finishes with 7 interceptions for his career. And Evans, who's coming back for his junior year, he has 8 interceptions for his career already. So Fisher, Harper, Jackson, those are first team Pac-10 honors for them. No love on the O-line. I don't know why that is. No love on the O-line. No love on the D-line. Obviously, Jones is going to be up in there. Best defensive player. Of course, he's going to be all-conference. Ramirez is also first-team all-conference. No kickers to speak of for us either. So, second-team honors. You're going to see Jacobs there as a receiver. So, he was a top 4 receiver in the conference with 1,200 receiving yards. Absolutely phenomenal year for him, as I already mentioned. But again, no love for the O-line on the second team. No love for the D-line. Now, those 13 sacks by Kane, that was tied for first in the Pac-10. He's not even a top 4 defensive end. Like, come on, bro. That's absolutely ridiculous. No other DBs made it to first team or second team Pac-10 honors, so that sucks there. But Stephon Thomas, he is your all-freshman, all-American team. And Ramirez, he was second-team All-American. Jones was obviously first-team All-American along with Mr. Jackson at receiver. So the New Orleans Bowl, you got Louisiana Lafayette beating Southern Miss. Wake Forest, they were going to beat Eastern Michigan. Tulane will fall to Toledo. Marshall, they will beat San Diego State by 1. Houston, they will beat Kent State 36-21. Arizona was fall to New Mexico, surprising there, 38-22. Louisiana Tech 24, Tulsa 21 in the Hawaii Bowl. The MPC Bowl, Fresno State beats Virginia. Motor City Bowl, Bowling Green falls to Cincinnati. Florida, they lose to Texas A&M in the Independence Bowl. Inside Bowl sees Arizona State beat Notre Dame 21-17. Nebraska, they put hands on Michigan State 52-45 there. Virginia Tech, they get the job done versus Connecticut 35-24 on that one. Memphis, they win the Houston Bowl versus FIU 38-27. Wyoming in the Emerald Bowl was going to lose to North Texas 35-27. Holiday Bowl, UCLA versus Colorado, and UCLA gets the job done. They finished second in the Pac-10. According to the numbers. Holiday Bowl, that was UCLA getting the job done there. Music City Bowl, Alabama over Northern Illinois. You see our game right there. AutoZone Liberty Bowl, you got Utah. They would beat up on UTEP. Georgia, they would fall to NC State in the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Outback Bowl, Penn State, they will outlast South Carolina, winning 36-30. Tennessee, they're going to beat Oklahoma State in the SBC Cotton Bowl. Gator Bowl, you're going to have Pittsburgh, they're going to beat Maryland Auburn over Wisconsin in the Capital One Bowl, the most lopsided game of the bowl season right there. Rose Bowl, Ohio State, they're going to just beat Oregon State, the battle of the OSUs. And then Texas, they would beat Miami in the Orange Bowl. Fiesta Bowl, Oklahoma, they would get beat down by Louisville, 42-17. And then USC, who was on probation, but I guess it did not stop them from going to a bowl game, would lose the national championship to LSU 41-20 in the Ncaa Sugar Bowl. Here goes our budget. Going to keep everything the same. 32% for recruiting, 38% for training, and 30% on discipline. This right here is giving us the best results because we've been on the NCAA's radar since season 1. But we have not been close to probation, close to getting a ban or anything like that. So that's a good look. Chris Jones is going pro. But D. Jackson's clearly coming back. Mr. Jackson is coming back for his senior season. I did not expect that. He was getting significant playing time since his true freshman year. But now he's gone. Both Fishers are gone. McFadden, he's now gone. He saw limited playing time this season because Tony Fisher took his spot. Then Sims, he's gone. Jacobs is gone. Hanson, 98 overall D tackle, he is gone as well. So now it's time to replace these guys with some recruiting, off-season recruiting. We're going at the 1 5-star. We already signed a 5-star during the in-season process, and we signed a quarterback, so we're looking pretty good there. Number 1 player, though, is Schuler, halfback from Arizona. Then we got Matt Bird, center from California. If they're from California, we're talking about location, all right? Matt Harris, a running back from California as well, number 20 at his position. R.J. Cummings from Compton. He's a JUCO transfer, so he's a junior. But I'm telling you right now, if we get the majority of these guys, a lot of these guys will be redshirted because right now we're in the process of being able to just retool and not really have to, like, reload, if that makes sense. We could just, hey, this gun is out of ammo, we just pick up this gun and we keep on firing. You know what I'm saying? No need to just keep on rebuilding, reloading. No. We just pick up a new weapon, plug it in, and we get busy. So if they're from California, obviously we're going to be talking about location. We have no other pipelines. Hawaii is not a pipeline. Colorado, Arizona, Texas, Florida. We do not have any pipelines open. It is all just California. Cooper will most likely translate to a quarterback if we sign him. That's probably what he will be. When I was looking at his scouting report, it had throwing power, throwing accuracy. That's a dead giveaway that he's probably going to translate to a quarterback. If they're not in state, though, we're going to be talking about program prestige. We're going to be talking about coaching prestige. And if they're a lower overall, like a 2-star guy that's kind of on the fence, we'll kind of talk about academics. But Cal's academics is now a 4-star. I could have swore it was a 6-star, but our football program is 6-star, and our academic program, I guess, is just a 2-star. Not 2, but 4 stars, because we lost 2 stars from what I remember. So anyways, we did lose out on Hickman. He's going to the rivals, the USC Trojans. That's not a good look. So we did go after these 2 tight end and quarterback who are 2-star and 1-star. They're just not going to play college football. They're going to go be regular people, which is okay with me. Do your thing. We got Terry Jordan in the in-season process, number 2 D tackle. We got the number 1 halfback in Jonathan Schuler. We ended up getting Matt Bird, the 3rd center in the class. We got the 4th quarterback in Jason Townsend in the class. Got the number 1 D tackle in Thomas Hunter, 4-star guy. Marshall at middle linebacker. We signed him. Hawkins, who we got in the in-season process, 6'7", just absolutely monster. Aaron Wilson, another D tackle who we lose to USC. Matt Harris, he's going to come to town. He is a 4-star running back. Then we got R.J. Cummings from Compton. He's coming to town as a middle linebacker as well. Got Josh Carter. Yo, we were on top of his list. We really don't need a kicker right now, but we will be carrying, I think, 3 kickers on the roster. One of them is a senior. I don't like cutting seniors. We are in a position where we're going to have to cut people this year. I hate cutting seniors. If you're like a redshirt junior, I'll try to keep you around, but if there's no space, then there's no space. Obviously, in College Football 25, we would ask these guys to transfer out. This is older. We are just going to cut them. And I really don't know what happens to the guys that get cut. Maybe they transfer in the offseason to other schools. I really don't know. Or maybe they just disappear. Disappear forever. I really don't know. So we got a couple of corners, got a couple of D tackles. We got a tackle right there. Jones, he's a cornerback, 6 foot, 170, trying to get some height in our cornerback room. Brian Cannon, he's going to be going to Oregon State from Hawaii. We get this athlete and Michael Cooper, who again will probably be a quarterback. So that's a good look. Then we're missing out on a strong safety. He's from San Francisco, but he's going to go down south to Southern Cal to play his college ball. John Richardson, he is a tackle, 3-star recruit. He's coming to town. Ray King, he's a 3-star outside backer. He's going to be coming to town as well. So a pretty good recruiting class, Gerald Myers, he's going to be going to UCLA, who beat us in our first loss of the season last year. Not trying to have that no more. Zach Chambers is going to go to Idaho. More power to you. And then Jeff Henry, he's going to be taking his talents to BYU. He is from California, but he's deciding to go out of state. And then we did get this other athlete and stand back. And I'm going to try to keep him around because I don't like cutting freshmen. I try to keep freshmen and seniors around. Sophomores and juniors that aren't progressing, they kind of get the boot. LSU, number 1 class. USC, number 2 class. Cal, number 3 class. Not bad at all. Then you got Miami, Iowa, Oklahoma State, Auburn, Michigan State. Number 9 is Oklahoma. And then number 10 is the Ohio State University. Number 1 player in the nation is going to Miami. Matt Long from Louisiana, defensive end. Manuel Johnson, inside backer from Colorado. Looks like an Iowa middle linebacker. Terry Jordan from Louisiana. Going to be playing for Cal. So the top 2 defensive ends are from Louisiana. From Ohio, you got Shafano going to be playing for Michigan State at guard. Stanley from Cal going to be playing at UCLA. From Louisiana, Andrew Hughes is going to be playing for Louisiana State. John Colliver from Washington, he's going to be playing for the University of the Ohio State. And then you got Schuler coming to the Golden Bears. Wood, the number 1 cornerback, he's going to Notre Dame. He's from Indiana. And then the number 10 player is the number 1 kicker in Archie. He is from Rhode Island, going to be playing for the Maryland Terrapins. Paul Williams, he is from Cal, number 1 quarterback, number 11 prospect overall, going to be going from Merced, California to Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska, you got yourself the top quarterback in the nation. Also from California, Charles Smith, going to be playing his college football at Utah. Then from Texas, you got Walker, going to be playing his college football at Louisiana State. We got Townsend, obviously. Washington is from Ohio, going to be playing at Michigan. Then Henry is from Ohio, going to be playing for Michigan State. So I'm thinking Ohio State must be good at quarterback because these 2 guys decided to, I believe it's go up north. I believe Michigan is above Ohio State, right? I believe that's right. So then you have the rest of the top quarterbacks. All of them are Elite 11 prospects. So Derek Stanback, he is 65 overall as an athlete, 65 overall as a halfback. And then, of course, Cooper, who I mentioned earlier, will be playing quarterback for us. They do not get to have any benefits from training because they're coming in, I guess, during summer. So this is training from the spring, and these are the guys that progress. We have Harper now 91 overall. Thomas is now 85 overall, but the breakout was Burks with 4+ points. Givens at fullback, 4+ for him. Robinson, 2+. He goes up to 89 overall as a redshirt sophomore. Cody Parks is now 97 overall. Jackson is 99 overall. Alfred, Ashley, and Bowling, 85 overall. Ashley and Bowling, they were both in the same recruiting class as Cody Parks. Those guys were the number 1, number 2, and number 3 high school recruits at receiver, respectfully. So now we got center, and our center room is thick, to say the least. Offensive line should be very good. We are still kind of young at O-line, which could present some problems. David Kane is now 92 overall with 82 overall speed. We do not have a official right end on the roster. D-tackle, we got Smith, then Terry Robinson, 91 overall. Anderson will be playing on the opposite side of him at 89 overall, 80 and 84 overall speed, respectfully. Joe Graves has now taken Billings' spot. He's higher overall. He's a big hitter, not the same athlete as Billings, so we might use those 2 guys in nickel situations. We may go 4 linebackers. Let me get my position straight. I apologize, y'all, but we might go 4 linebackers on defense from time to time. It's a Travis Pratt show at free safety. He's waited his time. He's now a junior, same recruiting class as Kevin Evans, who, of course, has been manning that strong safety spot from his freshman season. And then we have 3 kickers. And again, I don't know why I kept 3 kickers, but I kept 3 kickers because when we're cutting guys, I'm going to cut this redshirt freshman, Andy Raymond. I mean, 62 overall. He's not going to catch up to any of these guys on the roster. Wright, he's a senior. Matthews is a sophomore, I believe, and Valentine is a junior. So it's like we're going to have more recruits come in. They're probably going to surpass him. Got rid of one of our centers, and then Jamal Queen, 82 overall. Like, he's a good player, but we just don't need him at guard because our guards are pretty much situated. So Roosevelt Matthews, as of right now, is our starter. And I may keep him there for the very reason that his composure is the same as Valentine, who, of course, is a year ahead of him. I was looking at Wright. His composure is the highest, but he doesn't give us the throw power that I'm looking for with the D-Jacks out there, with the Parks out there. Valentine is the better athlete out of the three. But, I mean, I think Matthews might be the better thrower of the football, so it might be a revolving door, which isn't a good thing. Some people say if you have two quarterbacks, and I guess in this situation 3 quarterbacks, you don't have one quarterback. So I don't know if that's true in this scenario, but I'm just confused on who to start. But I think Chris Valentine might be penciled in. But again, you look at the composure, Wright, he's the senior, has the highest composure. Composure is important. We're going to learn that in College Football 25. Seen some gameplays. The game looks phenomenal. It's going to be fun. I will be posting that on my second channel. Might not be exactly when the game first comes out, but we will be posting College Football 25 on that channel. That channel will probably be dedicated to that. Not quite sure if I'm going to be posting Madden 25 over there. It might just be new college football content. Anyways, Pat Robinson, 89 overall fullback. He's there. We got Jackson. We got Parks. We got Bowling at 85. Then Alfred. He's been waiting his time. Redshirt senior. He will be our 4th receiver. He will be our 4th receiver, and that's that. I would love to get some of the new guys in there, get them some playing time, get them some reps, get them some targets and some touches. But to me, you have a piece of my heart, especially in today's climate where guys transfer at the drop of a dime. If you stick with a program and you're a redshirt senior, I'm going to give you some playing time over somebody who may decide to transfer down the road. Because, I mean, sometimes let the seniors eat. And if the seniors are not good enough, then obviously go with the freshman, go with the sophomore, go with the junior. But if the senior is good enough and he's been waiting his time, let him get his. You feel me? Anyways, O-line, again, could use some work. Johnson right now, he is our starting left guard. I think it's going to stay that way. Warner, I mean, our center room is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Bride, I should probably redshirt him. Hopefully I did that because he's a junior. He was somebody that we recruited this season. I do not remember him being a JUCO transfer, so that's kind of weird. But hopefully I do end up redshirting him. Kane, 92 overall at left end. Then it would be Solaire on the other side at 86 overall. Then we got the big boys in the middle, Brad Smith, and we got Justin Brown. I believe we're going to change Justin Brown's number to 77. And then we got Robinson at the left backer spot. You can see Anderson is behind him. We have Graves, Billings, and Anderson in the middle. So somebody in the middle is going to be redshirted, not Graves, and of course not Billings. Probably some of the guys that we recruited, like the guy from Compton. And then we have Brian Robinson. Or Byron, not Brian, but Byron Robinson. He's there, but we're gonna go with Jake Anderson. He's been waiting his time. He's a fourth year junior, redshirt junior, and he has the higher overall. Cornerbacks still use some work there. Stewart, strong safety. He was playing nickel for us last year. He's going to be playing nickel for us again this year. We're consistent at corner, but we're not great. There's no standouts there. Pratt, 88 overall, that's a good look. And then, of course, at strong safety, we have Evans, 92 overall. That's a good look. Stewart, when he does become the starter, he will probably be good there. Hopefully, he will be the starter at some point. Hopefully, he is not a career backup. So, Townsend, number 4 quarterback in the class, will be redshirted. Cooper, who's an athlete, he's going to be redshirted as well. I mean, look, he's already ahead of the guy that we cut. 72 overall versus 62 overall, I believe it was. And then we're gonna Jonathan Schuler. Yes, I'm a redshirt him. He does come in with 92 overall speed. Harris, stand back, also gonna be redshirted. Jacobs, Bobby Jacobs, no relation to Sean Jacobs, but he will be redshirted as well. Hawkins is an interesting one because he's one of the top tight ends in the nation, but he will also be getting redshirted. Again, we're starting to develop into a program where you're going to have to wait. Like, we're not desperate for y'all no more. I'm only going after people that want to play for Cal. But at the end of the day, if you ain't willing to play by our rules, play by our program standards, then so be it. So Matt Bird, yes, I did redshirt him. Thank you. Right there, 82 overall. He is a junior, so we can still get 2 years out of him. Jordan, we kind of need DNs because we're kind of thin at that position, but I'm still going to redshirt him. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us. Malcolm Grant, going to redshirt him. The other freshman I'm going to leave alone. Then we got Ray King, 70 overall. Decent speed. We're going to redshirt him as well. Marshall and Cummings, we are going to redshirt the two of them. Cummings, obviously, he is a junior college transfer. He might just be a special teams guy for us moving forward. So we're going to redshirt him, try to give him as much time as possible to develop and maybe get to the league if that is his goal, or just be the best college football player that he can be. And then at cornerback, because we have Stewart penciled in to start at that nickel spot, we're going to redshirt Jones and Peterson, and we could redshirt Campbell, and that's exactly what we do. So we have 4 regular corners, and of course we have the rest of our safeties. And again, we might go 4 linebackers from time to time, so that will, free up some roster spots there as far as having extra corners on the field. First game of the season, Michigan State. We have an open week for week number 1 or 0 week, whatever you want to call it. Then we have Ole Miss, Colorado State, Alabama, another bye week. Oregon State, Washington on the road, USC on the road, and Arizona, UCLA at home. Then Oregon and Arizona State on the road before we finish up with Stanford at home. We're going after 3 position groups, early 2 position groups, DBs and receivers. We're kind of good at O-line. We'll probably still be able to find some O-linemen in the offseason process because I like having bodies there. I like just having one guy leave, another guy come in. Hopefully a junior can step in and replace a senior. That would be ideal. But hey, is what it is. D-Jax, he is favored to win the Heisman. Could we win 4? It is not my goal to win 4 Heismans. It's my goal to get to the Natty and win that. However, if he can get 4 Heisman by simply just helping us, that would be a good look. Now, in the top 25, there are 4 A- plus overalls. One of them is the number 1 team in the nation. Oklahoma's another. We are A. Look at that. Our overall is at an A. A plus special teams, A minus defense, B plus offense, and that equals an A. Then you have Texas A&M. They are also at an A, and I believe that is it. So in the top 25, 4 teams are A caliber, and we happen to be one of those teams. Oklahoma State, Michigan State, who we play week 1, Virginia Tech, Maryland, Louisville, and then Florida. Those are your top 25 teams. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of the day is the best of your day. Till you meet again, my friends. Peace, love. Hot sauce.